Hey.
Yo, what is up, guys? Hope you're doing well. Welcome to our first episode of our ARC series, where we will be attempting to go through all different maps, moving from Island all the way to Genesis Part 2 and possibly Fjordia, depending on how we go, and when ARC 2 is coming out. As you can see, the video is fast forwarded a bit. That's just because I feel like the first episode is always probably the most boring. We're just gathering some berries, getting some basic tools going, all those fun beginner stuff of the game. Yeah, so just a little bit about what we're going to try and do. I haven't quite decided whether I wanted to go from each map and just stay on that one map, or possibly get myself to one map and then transfer between the different ones and do all the bosses to from all those other different maps. I'll just have to decide depending on how long I want this series to go. If you guys want, you can let me know what you'd prefer too. The other thing I was also thinking is I have seen a lot of different YouTubers doing their ARC series and their 100-day hardcore challenges and things, and they all have so much experience within ARC, and I feel like I wanted to take on this experience or adventure in the game from a point of view of still learning, as I've played through. I haven't done any bosses as it is, but I have played on the maps Island, Scorched Earth, Aberration, and a little bit of Extinction. I've only done a bit of base building and taming before someone comes along and raids me. So yeah, I haven't done any of the bosses as of yet. But that's alright, because that means I am still learning as I'm going. Anyone who hasn't played the game too much will be able to learn with me, ask questions. Anyone that has a lot more experience and have better ideas for things can give some inputs if they'd like, and just kind of get a different perspective of someone that hasn't played the game too much, and just get a different experience from someone that doesn't have as much experience with the game. So the server isn't, I didn't buy this is one that was set up by my dad. So it is a little bit boosted, not too much though. I think it's like absolute max 4 times. Most things are 2 or 3. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of making things too easy, because I don't see the point then. I like to grind a little bit. When it comes to mods, I have S Plus on the server. At the moment, stacking is also on the server, which I'm not sure if I'm going to keep, just because it changes the weight. As things like stone and everything, I could have a stack of 100 in there and it'll weigh possibly 1 or 2, I guess, units of weight in game. Yeah, so I still have to decide what I'm going to do with that. But yeah, that's for a later date. But yeah, we'll just have to see if it's not too bad, having that extra bit of a bonus, having that weight reduction, then I might keep it. But yeah, we'll just have to see. So I know I did say that I don't have much experience when it comes to boss fights and I guess end game kind of gameplay, but I have been watching someone for the last few months, and they've been doing exactly the same series, and it's kind of, that's what's given me this idea. So a lot of my thought processes on how I want to go about things will be based off what he's done. So yeah, I don't want to take too much credit for all of it, but I'll definitely make sure to shout out anyone's names if I have used any of their ideas. I would also like to mention, as you guys can see, I have been building up little 2x2. That's just for now. That's obviously not going to stay as it is. I just want to kind of get something started, get a few essentials going, like just getting narcotics going so we can get our first few tames, just things like that. But let's transfer you guys into one of the, I don't know if I want to say the most boring or the most exciting or the most, I don't really know, but it's one of the starting things that everyone has to go through, and that's just killing every single dodo or moss chops or parasaur that you see, just trying to level up. So have fun with that. Okay, I guess that wasn't too much killing. I guess I got a little bit bored. I just wanted to quickly let everyone who has not played the game yet or is not too sure about how they would like to start their new build, or yeah, just kind of what they need to go for at the start. The things I normally do is you obviously get your first pickaxe, your hatchet, you get a torch, a spear, yeah, just those essential tools. From there, you probably go and kill a few things. I haven't made clothes yet, but I guess that's one thing you can go for just to help with the cold a bit. The good thing is probably get a campfire going. Once you've killed a few things, you can get some meat burning up. That's something that a lot of people tend to forget. I know I do tend to forget that, but definitely something you should probably do. It's a bit annoying trying to eat like about 200 berries, 300 berries at once and not have it doing to you. So that's probably one thing you can do. Another thing that I feel like is probably important to start doing is you spawn in, the first thing you do is start gathering fiber, and you'll obviously get a bunch of berries with that, narco berries included. So probably get a mortar and pestle going as soon as you can, get some spoiled meat going as soon as you can. With some narco berries, get narcotics going, so you can get, I feel like the first tame to get, probably the parasol, just because it'll help you further along, especially at the start, just to get some more narco berries. Yeah, so that's just a few little things I feel like you should probably do at the start if you're not quite sure where to go with it. As I'm talking about tames, we've come across, I was actually just walking around and I just happened to heard this little fella. I thought, the taming is at a decent rate, so I might as well follow him around. So we got a little champ as our first tame. I definitely wasn't intending to have a tame for this episode, but I mean, because that's not what I intended and that's what I got. For the rest of this episode, all we really did was carried on harvesting, got ourselves, we have our campfire ready, we have a storage box. We did also make a bow and arrow, which I forgot to mention beforehand. That's also really good. The moment you can get that, just make that, and you can start killing bigger things like possibly trikes. It's just a bit easier than to run around with a spear that breaks every 2 or 3 shots. But yeah, we started working on getting mortar and pestle, working on making a bed. Yeah, so just all those little things. Another little tip, I feel like I'm gonna give my tips. That's always kind of helped me. One of the things is, I know, especially at the start, you don't have a lot of weight into your skills, so you tend to just drop everything you have. But things like thatch wood, as easy as it is to get it, it's a bit annoying when you're just short and you have to go out for just one thing. So things like that, thatch, wood, stone, flint, metal, fiber, all those kinds of things. Make yourself a little storage box and just start storing them, because especially at the start, like, you definitely are gonna make a few things and realize, oh shit, I don't know, 60 stone short, and then got a bunch just stored up. So here we've got our little 2x2. I was about to say bye to you guys, and this bigger fella decided that to step over my house, so we'll just have to move over here. A bit rude if you ask me, but that's alright. I just wanted to thank you guys for tuning in for the first episode. The next episode will definitely be a bit more exciting. I try to keep it short because I know not much happens on the first, I guess, session of Ark when you get your first little 2x2 build going and a few essentials, but yeah, it'll definitely get a lot more exciting. I will see you guys in the next one.